Guess who's back? Back again.
Alright guys, I finally figured out how to keep constant pressure on the Leaf Battery Pack. I mean, these modules, they need to be compressed in order to work properly and all that, and they got some expansion, so you gotta keep it compressed. So I don't know if you remember when I showed on the previous video that, you know, when I bought it from the guy, you know, this is the setup that he got, which is typically what people do. But in my case, I mean, these nuts are like 3/8 of an inch thick, and you know, the two of them, one on one side and one on the other side. I was really, I mean, it fits on the frame, but I need more space to put the 1/4 inch thickness Lexan that I have. So I gotta come up with an idea how to, you know, get rid of those nuts and still compressing the thing. So here's the idea that I came up with. So I found these Master. These are meant to be used for wood. If you look, they got three holes. So you put small screws over there, and you make a hole. In this case, this is 8mm, and this goes through, right? And you got, you know, threaded to put another bolt or whatever. So in my case, I weld a 5mm fly screw, so I can use it to torque it down. So I'm using 2 of these. So it slides on the hole that it comes over there on both ends, right? And this is what finish this up. So this is the way it's supposed to be. You slide it in like so, and then you thread the other one over here, and then you torque it down, you know, using this simple solution. Now let's tackle the design for the enclosure. It will be a Lexan 1/4 inch, and you already guys saw me cutting that.
Several days later.
Alright guys, I'm back with the riding lawnmower powered by Nissan Leaf batteries modules. So last time I was trying to build the casing or the enclosure for the battery. So I finished that. Let me show you how it turned out. So right here is there. We go over this in a minute. I want to show you that is done, but I want to go to the fun stuff, which is the battery. So let's get over there. Alright guys, here on my table, I will show you, you know, all the setup that I got, you know, to put the BMS on the battery. So let me show you what I got. So I got right here my battery pack. If you see, I already removed some screws. I have them over here. We'll go over those in a minute. So this guy right here is my most negative side. If you see, I mark it as black. And then if you go in the series, because this is in series, this is my most positive side of the battery. So I removed the screws that I need to remove in order to connect the BMS. This is a Daly BMS 14S. You can see over there. 14S, for those folks that are new on this, is 14 series. Like I said, all of them are in series. All right, so also as you know, for the sake of this video and also for me, I like to make sketches of what I'm working with, and I mark them as I progress with, you know, this highlighter, just in case I get interrupted or I gotta stop for a minute so I can know where I am. So here is I already made this. I don't want to put you through the pain and suffering, and we'll make this video also too long of you know, putting the ring terminals. So I already have these done for you guys. and obviously this goes over here, right? And then this will be here at the bottom of the enclosure that I just showed you. Then my blue cable will go, I gotta put a ring terminal here, goes here on the most negative side, and then this black goes to the Anderson connector that splits. It makes, we call it a Y connector. So it's an Anderson connector that have one for the charger, the small one is for the charger, and then the big one is for the battery. That is came from factory, and I'm reusing the one that the lawnmower bring from factory. So that's what we are. Let me show you real quick here the schematic so you can see and understand better for those that are want to pause the video and take notes and stuff. So if you notice, I make these rectangles with pencil. Those rectangles represent my bus bars over there. All right, so if you notice, I go on the second point of the bus bar all the time. If you see one screw, and then you know, that's what I'm planning to connect, one screw, and then planning to connect, you know. So that way I'm just keeping, you know, consistency with what I got on my schematic. I can go on this one, yeah, I can go on that one, and I can go on that one instead of this, but I decide to go that way so I don't have a clutter of lines over here. So this will give me more room between this line and that one. That's why I decide to go do it that way, for the sake of the schematic, right? But you know, and I'm also sticking with this pattern over there. All right, so like I said, this is my most negative, the one over here, right here, this, and my most positive, this one right here. All right, so if we follow the series, this, because like I said, this is all in series, so we go following the line. So this is your first connection, which is this black cable right here. That's black cable right there. That's the only one that is black. It goes to the most negative, and then you just follow. If you see, I got red 1, red 2, all the way to 14 over here. So there are 14 cables plus the negative one, which is black. And I messed it up when I was doing this, but it's red. It clearly say red 1. Okay, so we move in the series, right? And I think you guys got the idea, right? So we go over here, then here, and so on. I don't want to waste more time on that. I think you guys got the idea. For those that are planning to do so, this applies to any battery. In this case, this is you know, this applies to the Leaf, and the way I'm doing it applies to the Leaf. But any combination on Leaf batteries that you want to do, it will be like this. The reason why we gotta go to the middle tab is because these batteries have two. They are 2P. So 2P is for 2 parallels. So you got 3.5 volts, 2 batteries of 3.5 volts. My bad, they are in series. So 3.5, or 3.7 to be correct. 3.7 in series. That makes 7 point something, which is each module. If I measure from here to here, that's what I will get. 7 volts. I'll show you that in a minute, but just to explain, and then we see the results. And so let's get into, I will do a time lapse of me putting the screws and all that, and then the final thing that we gotta do before we connect this to the BMS is to test them, and we go over that test when we get there. All right. Alright guys, I got my setup over here. This is the most important thing right now of the whole thing, is making sure before connecting this to the BMS, because you will damage it. If this is wrong, you will damage it. So right now, in order to verify that it's good, so I got my negative from my fluke is connected here to the negative side, I don't have alligator clips, sorry, but that's what I got right now. That's the best thing I can come up with. And then I got my positive lead as well connected to this cable right here. So this cable, I will use it to poke in, starting from the very bottom, which is the black one. Obviously, I will skip that one because that's negative. And then I will put on the first red 2, red 3, red 4, all the way to 14. And I supposed to be, every time I move to one spot or to a different cable, you should see an increase here. For the sake of the explanation, let's say 3.5. So the first one will be 3.5, then 7, then 10.5, and so on until I get to the last one, which will be around 54 or something like that. So I mean, I don't know the state of charge of each battery of each module, but just to give you an explanation, 3.5, we can have more. The point here is that if you got a big jump, for example, you are on pin number 3, which you're supposed to see 10.5, around 10.5, a little bit more, close to 11 if the batteries are good. But you see 14, well, you did something wrong. Something is wrong, and we gotta recheck the wiring. So that's why this is critical, and we gotta see.